I've got some Halloween costumes here we could look at if you want.
Sure, let's do it.
Let me just
let's have a look.
see. We got a few here.
What are we?
All right, we got a few here at the top. Okay, let's try not to show anything incriminating, folks. Good God on earth. I mean, wow. That is just frightening in not a good way.
I like the smell. It's like, it's not gunpowder, but it's like...
What are we in, a fucking Western bar saloon?
Hey, man,
All the guns going off? Jesus, man.
Bro, I'm your sheriff. Do not talk to me that way.
Shit, okay. I don't want to get in trouble.
Bro.
I don't want to get shot by the sheriff, frankly.
Listen, man, I'm Chief Swan over here.
No!
Okay? There's a lot of kids going missing these days. Bella, if it was you missing, I'd come and look for you day after day.
Oh, that's so sweet.
No worries. Did you find the costumes?
Yeah. Hit us with the react. We've got dogs.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I had to do it one more time. I'm trying to catch you off guard.
Dogs dressed up as Raygun, the Australian breakdancer.
They're eating the dogs. Okay, Raygun.
Getting a little bit of recognition.
She's having a good career so far, I think, Mrs. Gunn.
How many Halloween costumes until you're successful, you know?
Let's dress the dog as Raygun this year.
This guy, I thought this was kind of a decent
that's cool.
one. You know, it's the meme.
Isn't that
Flint Rider? Oh, the Shazam.
It's Mr. Shazam.
Yeah, it's Mr. Shazam himself, Zachary Levi.
It's Zachary Levi.
Zachary Levi. I don't know.
It's Zachary Levi himself.
Oh God, I hope nothing in the comments is like NSFW. Here we have a
the Slug from Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Some people take it so far. Hey?
They really go for it, you know. But God bless. I mean, you know.
I like it.
If that's how you want to do. This person went very specific. These are like gay, you know, this gay Halloween trend.
I love the gay Halloween trend.
We love the gays on Halloween. They love to dress up.
What do you mean you're a lesbian manager? And it's incredible.
This is RuPaul. This is RuPaul. Have you seen RuPaul's Drag Race?
I know RuPaul, yeah.
This is the straightest RuPaul will probably ever look.
Didn't they transition?
I believe RuPaul is a he who does drag as a woman. So his characters are women, I think, and he is a he.
So straight.
Straight
is great.
Straight is great, yeah.
At least you didn't do blackface.
That is at least something that these people.
I'm very proud of her for that. Damn, that transition to the Slug is pretty fucking nuts.
I think that's pretty much the.
Are you worried to go further in case
any further? Well, I had some bookmarks for like.
You can take it off the screen.
Other segments for the show and that kind of thing, you know. So
you can take it off the stream and check it out on the.
Is that so?
What?
That I can take it off.
Well, you can check it. You can check it without it being on the screen. You can check.
Right. True. I can pre-screen, make sure nothing dicey.
Isn't that what you do before the show?
Slutty slug costume we've got from Sam.
Isn't that what you do before the show?
Yeah, I hadn't really checked. I hadn't really checked what was in there.
I guess you didn't do it before the show.
Thank you, Dan.
It's us, so fine.
Yeah, that's us.
What?
Dan didn't check before the show. I hope he's going to be okay.
I hope Dan is going to be okay.
The Wilhelm scream?
Yeah. That's how you made me feel. You've drawn me to this.
Sorry. Just trying to be entertaining.
Well, what do you want to talk about now, pal? It's over to you.
Do you want to do some like spooky stories or something?
Sure, go ahead.
I mean, it's Halloween night. How are you feeling about Halloween this year?
Less. I don't know. It feels a bit less.
I used to do Halloween parties every year.
Yeah. I'd like to get back to the Halloween spirit. You know, it's like, since COVID, everything's been a bit wacky. A couple of our friends have had like kids and stuff, so it's all a little. Things are different now.
The kids ruined everything.
I suppose, you know.
Or what, they couldn't get a babysitter? Or
You know, it's they're out trick or treating. You know,
well, no,
got
but
places to be.
when you do like, you could have done it on like a Saturday night or something. I missed them. Okay.
I know, and I would have liked to, but and you know, we'll bring it back. Halloween's a funny thing. I got to reconnect with my Halloween vibes. Even this year, it's felt very not Halloweeny. You know, where's the spooky? Where's the spooky season gone?
I think
Bring it back.
when you like, because of my nephew, like it kind of brings out that joy again more.
That's true.
And you know, he's Peter Pan
innocence.
tonight. I think my sister picked for him to be Peter Pan. But yeah,
Okay,
he's
cute.
Peter Pan tonight, so it's cute. It is cute. I try to get, because he left before I dressed up, so I wanted to get like a photo of him. But I mean, I'll get one when I get home. But like, yeah, he went out to like the shops. They were doing like some like face painting thing, and like,
Has he been dressing up as a few different things this year, or just
nah,
the
it was
one
just Peter
costume?
Pan. Last year he was like a big pumpkin, and it was really cute.
That's
It,
cute.
It popped up on my
I
photo
guess
app
that's,
today.
you
It was
know,
like 1 year
kids.
ago today. It's really cute.
Okay, well that is cute.
So, do you have any like paranormal experiences?
I don't think I personally have any
Nah, I really am doing the H through.
paranormal thing. You know, when I was a kid though, my mum did have a story that she would tell me that freaked me out a bit. She basically, I can't even remember the story exactly, but it was something along the lines of like she got woken up in the night and she felt like she was maybe being visited by someone or kind of being communicated to by someone. I don't know.
Someone
It's like,
she like, was it just a?
I can't really remember the story that well, which, you know, sorry folks, but it did scare me as a kid because it was like,
Right.
I think it was someone maybe who was dead and she
Right.
felt like she saw them and they had come to talk to her. And I think they just said something pretty simple, but it was a very profound, she found it to be quite a profound experience. And I know a lot of people, like, a lot of these things, I think they can have all sorts of different explanations, but you know, when you experience something and you get that ominous, like spooky feeling from it, that's something. That's, you know,
No,
scary.
yeah, I get
spooky.
that. I guess I have a few in my family. Nothing like huge or like crazy, but like, yeah, I think I remember my mum didn't tell me this till I got older, but one time when I was like 3 or something, like she walked into the like living room where I was playing, and she said like, "Where's Glenn?" which is my dad, and I just said randomly, "He's in the desert burying my brother," and apparently I said it like quite clearly,
Wow.
like
That's spooky.
even as a 3-year-old, like I just said it.
You shouldn't be saying that shit.
Maybe in some other life I had, because I don't have a brother, I only have a sister. But like I don't have a brother or anything, so
Wow. That is ominous.
it was quite.
Are you the kid from The Sixth Sense?
No, I don't think so. I think I'd know by now. Like if I
Okay.
had like, I know some people say they have like, you know, some people are like, I'm just connected to like the spiritual world, whatever that means. I'm a bit of a. I'd say I'm a bit more of a. I'm pessimistic about. Sorry, folks.
Right.
I'm just a little bit of like I just don't know if I believe in all of it. I don't know. I don't know what there is after we die, and if there is like any idea of like the spiritual world. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what that consists of, and it could consist of ghosts and ghouls, but I have no idea.
Yeah, there's something to that. I think, like, you know, have you ever watched like The Exorcist or movies like that?
I haven't seen The Exorcist. No.
So I watched The Exorcist, and it's kind of funny because it's not very like scary from a modern standpoint. Like, it's not scary in the same way maybe that Paranormal Activity is scary, or The Conjuring,
Yeah.
or whatever. But I think part of the reason that The Exorcist, when it came out, was seen to be so scary is that there was more of a culture, like, you know, before the internet and stuff, before everything could be disproven, there was a lot more people that believed that that sort of thing might actually happen. And so the scariness of seeing a movie like that was like they had never imagined or seen something so scary like that happen. And then for it to be so vivid and then to imagine it that way is like, what the fuck?
Well,
Whereas now I feel like we've seen every version of any scary thing that could be, and everything's trying to be so outrageous, and it's kind of everything's trying to top each other, and it's hard to get that similar scare factor, I feel like, these days.
I haven't seen Paranormal Activity, but I saw someone talking about it the other day, and didn't it like open with like thank you Paramount for giving us the footage and stuff? Like there was no like
it was going.
There was no cast credits and stuff. Like people.
It was going for a very much like found.
Yeah,
footage,
the found footage. Like there was no credits and stuff like that. Like, but I can see why it confused people and people thought it was real. I mean, you could never get away with that now.
No, of course
people would be able to figure it out. But like,
I think it's funny too because, I mean, people would be so skeptical. It's like, oh, how did the footage go to a movie company before it went to the news or before some true crime TikToker talked about it?
To get the message out there about the paranormal activity.
That activity. Yeah.
I never watched those. Did you ever go to the cinema to watch them?
Well, here I am.
That's the ghost in Paranormal.
Yeah, exactly. I know so many kids at like school who would like, I snuck into Paranormal Activity and it was so good.
Okay.
It's like, what the fuck? Like,
I'm sure that would have been a hell of an experience. I mean, I don't deny that.
That shit never interested me as like a kid. Like I didn't have any interest.
Well, actually, you know, speaking of this scary story, kind of, or like times we were spooked from a movie.
Yeah.
When I watched Paranormal Activity when I was like 8, like I watched it young, bro, and that shit terrified.
Did you think it was real?
Yes, 1,000,000%.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it did work.
And I was terrified.
Oh
dude.
my god.
It's funny because nowadays, like, I sleep with my leg out of the bed, and like, because I get hot, and
I get that.
But
I did the same thing.
There's a scene in that movie where this girl gets like dragged out of the bed by her leg, and for so many years, I was terrified of letting a hand or a foot like flop out of the bed because I was like, the demons are gonna get me, man.
I mean, like they were like they're so cheap to make and they make so much money.
True, yeah. Those bitches have a low ass budget. I mean, my god.
Well, they can get away with like grainy footage because it's meant to be captured through like what cameras in the house.
That's the point.
And it's so easy to do, and they make so much money. And they made how many Paranormal Activities movies are there? There's so many.
There's like 7 or 8 now.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
It'd be cool if someone brought back the franchise and actually did something like really cool with it. But could
I don't know how it would
could they ever
exist
do like a good movie? Like
remember they did one with the Kinect camera.
No, did they?
Yeah, one of the movies that you see the perspective of
All right,
an Xbox Kinect.
this room's being filmed by the Kinect.
Yeah, yeah, literally. I'm not even kidding you.
I Kinect.
Gosh.
I remember I got Kinect and I was so excited, but then when I set it up, the room that I was in, and we were in a small house at the time, the room that I was in wasn't big enough to use the Kinect. So I had it for like a year and couldn't use it because the room wasn't big enough.
Damn Microsoft.
I feel like that was a big
failing their
failure.
customers.
That was a huge failure.
Kinect?
Yeah.
It was a huge, yeah. It was a success and a failure at the same time.
Like-
Like it was a success for a very brief period of time. It was like, you know how the Wii really blew up, but the Wii maintained its success. The Kinect was like big for
I
like a
remember
year
Wii
or like
was-
a half a year, and then it just fucking.
Wii was funner and the games were better. And I remember like playing Kinect and it being like, it was fun for like a little bit.
The shine wears off real quick.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like it never worked as well as like because the whole idea was like, you don't even need a remote. And I don't think we were there ready for.
Yeah, that's not.
We weren't ready. We weren't ready for it yet.
No, you need a remote.
You
need a controller.
The technology was just not there, and it never worked as well.
Nah.
Do you know what I always found so crazy? Like, I remember like on one of like the adventure games, like you could go down like a raft.
Oh yeah.
And what I found so crazy was like they take a photo of you at the end of you like jumping. But it's like, you know, like a theme park, you get your photo taken on like the right, and then they would save the photo, and you could because it takes it from the actual camera.
Action pick,
and that was kind of crazy to me at the time. It was like this is kind of like
in the middle of the action.
It was advanced technology.
Wow.
that movie scared you the most then?
Paranormal Activity, probably that, and there was a movie called Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, of course, Shia LaBeouf. Yeah.
That also, I watched that around the same time. There was a friend who's like, their TV didn't have like the parental controls or whatever, so it was like,
Well,
we
that's
could
always
watch
a
whatever.
classic.
And yeah, we watched Paranormal Activity and we watched Disturbia as well with Shia LaBeouf, and that shit scared me as well.
Isn't it like his neighbor who kills
yeah.
his wife or something?
The whole thing is that the whole premise is that the neighbor is like suspected. So Shia LaBeouf's on house arrest, and the neighbor is suspected of killing his wife. And Shia actually, he begins spying, and he sees the guy kill his wife.
Why is Shia LaBeouf on house arrest?
I think he crashes his car at the start of the movie or something.
Right.
Typical Shia LaBeouf behavior.
Yeah. Well, it's actually like, yeah, is this a biopic? That's crazy. That's your spookiest movie, though? That's actually what scared you the most?
Disturbia and Paranormal Activity. Yeah. Probably. I mean...
It's very millennial.
I got a little... Yeah, it is. Yeah, I got a little spooked from The Conjuring. I don't know what else. I'm trying to think. I mean, what movies got you? Like...
Everything. I was always such a fucking pussy going to see these movies.
Scaredy cat.
I struggle in the cinema more than at home. Probably the scariest, honestly. And it's so cool. I saw the director actually got a film with A24 this week, which he completely deserves.
That's cool.
But I watched this film called Skinamarink.
Oh, I've heard of this. Yeah.
Oh my god, I think they shot it for like $2,000.
Oh,
and
wow.
Made an absolute shit ton back on it. And it's so
well done.
Ugh, it's so disturbing. I'd love to watch review one though, actually.
Okay. Wow.
But it's like I would shit myself. Seriously, I could barely watch any of it. I downloaded. Is it Shudder?
Shudder. Yeah, I know. Shudder,
Yeah. So like I got Shudder. I got a free 7-day subscription to Shudder. Watched the movie and then cancelled it. Classic.
Okay, that's good.
It was only on Shudder in Australia, and honestly, it was so haunting and terrifying, and similar to Paranormal Activity. It's like people like shouting it. It was like it looks so terrible, like because it's from like it doesn't look good per se because it's like
meant to not look.
It's like polished. I think it's just like all black and white static, but it's just so, and the audio is like terrible, but it's so good though. It's like, and it's so frightening. I remember when I first watched it, I sent like a tweet to the director and was like, this shit's awesome. And now he got an A24 movie. I was like, that's talent recognizes talent. Okay.
Don't get mad at me. You knew why you came here.
Yeah, well, Joe, I was expecting a bit of a scary, spooky movie, and I remember just pausing it so much. You know what? This is how I knew I was scared. I watched a lot of the movie without the sound on for a lot of scenes. I had subtitles on because it was just so scary. It was just terrifying.
Much. Yeah, wow.
There's tons of Doctor Who episodes that scared me. Empty Child, Doctor Dances.
Yeah, okay.
I was never like a Weeping Angels scared kind of guy. They kind of got me, but not as much. Like when I was a kid, like the Slovene really scared me.
Yeah, that was a scary couple of hours.
Me on Halloween night. It scared me in the cinema. It was scary. Conjuring freaked me out. Everything, man. I'm scared of everything. I've been watching Late Night with the Devil. It's okay. It's like they mentioned Johnny Carson on it heaps. He's like the fake host is like a Johnny Carson rival.
Like Johnny Carson type, yeah.
He's like, let's get better views than Johnny Carson.
Oh,
okay.
And
he always does terrible on like the views, and it's like
Tommy Tough Knuckles.
Johnny Carson, Tommy Tough Knuckles.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything scares me, man. Everything. Especially like anything to do with, like the devil and shit, because like I don't know if that's real, and I don't want anything to do with it.
Okay, that is a bit of a spooky subject because it's like the unexplainable.
Yes,
is always a bit scary because you can't explain it. You know,
yes,
there's no way to like explain some things, and that can be very scary to people. You know,
didn't you do a Ouija board once?
I don't think I did a Ouija.
I'd never fuck with that shit ever.
Maybe, but I
Ever.
don't really buy it personally. But
Really?
yeah, I mean, I don't really, but we'll see. You know, I could be convinced. I'm not a.
I remember a few kids at school doing it. Like, oh, we did it on the weekend. And I was like, are you nuts?
The
Like,
fuck is this shit?
I was like, that is so terrifying. I couldn't think of anything.
It's scary in
worse and
theory,
more
but
scary.
I don't know.
But what if it is real? Like, what if it actually?
Bye-bye.
My fear of like it is real, and there's like a evil demon like attached to my soul for the rest of my life.
That would be an unfortunate outcome. that would be an unlucky roll of the dice.
But it might happen.
Fuck yeah, knowing my luck too.
That's why I don't do it.
Well, there's been
Like,
some sort of mix-up.
Yeah, I didn't do the Ouija board.
Yeah.
There's been some
I
sort
didn't even
of
do the
mix-up.
Ouija, and now I have a ghost following me.
I just don't fuck with that shit, especially on Halloween night,
Okay.
which
I
is
get
in
that.
the Bible, by the way.
Yeah, to be scared of Halloween.
No, I think it's just a religious holiday, isn't it? In a sense, it's in the Bible. Should be a religious.
Well, it's not quite a. Something can be in the Bible and not be a religious holiday. I mean, what do they celebrate? The fucking Ark, the flood.
What did you say? Tomorrow's Saints' Day.
Yeah, All Saints Day is
And
November
when the
1st.
saints, and when the saints, and when the saints come marching in. Is that what it's from?
Is that what that song is about?
Yeah,
All Saints Day?
yeah.
Probably.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
All right, we've got a comment from Oz Chris.
Yes.
Got that name right. I remember
Yes.
watching the first Silent Hill when I was like 11. I say watching because I spent 90% of the time hiding under a blanket. Why did my parents think it was a good film to watch together? Wow, so you watched it with your folks as well.
What's Silent Hill?
It's like they just put out a Silent Hill video game. I don't even really fully know
Is it a movie?
the franchise. I think there's a movie and games. There was a game that came out a few decades ago. I don't know. It's a franchise at this point. But it's like Spooksville. It's like a scary, spooky thing.
Are you into like spooky games and stuff?
I get a bit wussy when it comes to scary
No,
games. Like,
I understand
I'm
it.
playing this Resident Evil game because it's zombies and it's fun, and I'm like, okay, Halloween, you know. But it gets a bit spooky at times, you know.
No, I bet. I can't play that. I remember I downloaded Is it Outcast?
Outlast, yeah.
Outcast. Sorry, not the rap guru.
Hey, yeah.
My
man.
baby don't mess around. No, the Outlast.
Outlast, yeah.
Outlast. Yeah, that was just so like not worth it for me. Just so horribly like scary.
Just not for you.
Not-
Yeah, well, that happens.
It's not like it's just not where it's at.